Oh, it's the hot show, and I don't know how it's gonna go. It's the hot show, and I can't guess what's gonna happen next. So come on and enjoy yourself. Let's do the hot show. Hello, and welcome to the Hot Show. I'm Hot the Cat, and here we are on the new show of 2023, first show of the year. Pretty excited to be here. Had a nice time last week, bringing in the new year. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you ever see this. Let's start bringing folks in here. Let's see. We got our old friend Skunky. How you doing, Skunk?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. It was a little cool today, but it felt nice. You know, weather. Where are you today?
I am in Hartford, South Dakota.
Ooh, South Dakota. You've traveled far this time.
Yeah.
It's fun, but you are stable. You're not in motion, except for in the grand way. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yep. Sitting still right now.
It's snowing?
Not right now, but it was snowing a lot. I got into my first South Dakota stop on late Monday night, and got snowed into position until this afternoon.
Oh wow! So you've been stranded.
So pretty much, yep.
Oh wow! Well, but you were able to move today, or are you still stranded?
I was able to move. The snowplow finally showed up and figured things out. So
Wow! That's sounds like it's been a pretty exciting week for you. I mean,
well,
in
very much the opposite of exciting.
Yeah, I suppose in
still.
certain ways exciting, in certain ways extremely excruciatingly boring.
But fortunately, I was walking distance to the Garrettson, South Dakota gas station, lounge, restaurant, barber, hardware store, propane depot, etc.
Good. Glad to hear it. We seem to be having a little bit of a audio delay. Starting out strong with some nice technical difficulties. I feel like I might go ahead and bring on. We've got a great guest today. Great musician, composer, music educator. Let's bring him on. Craig Davis Pinson, welcome to the show.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very pleased to be here with you.
Nice. Me too.
How are you doing?
Not bad. Gearing up for this new teaching cycle. Preparing a lot of things, so it's exciting, a little bit stressful. You know how it goes. Pretty good though. Pretty good.
Yeah. You taught last semester as like your first semester, right?
Yeah. I did my first semester at Columbia College. I had done some more stuff where I was in grad school, but it's my first time after grad school that I'm teaching. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's cool.
Do you feel like you learned a lot that you're going to take forward into this new?
Yeah, I mean, you just well, I'm the kind of person that learns a lot from their students, so I just kind of gave them a lot of stuff. So I've been teaching some kind of musicology type stuff, like music history and things like that. So I get a lot from them. Like I see what sticks, see what doesn't stick, and then like try to develop from that. So it's really nice to be able to teach more, so I can adjust. Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, that sounds really cool. I feel like that's kind of a good perspective to be having on it. You know, like that you're learning a lot from them in and listening to kind of what they respond to and everything. That's cool. It's very cool.
Yeah, I really believe in that. We could Most teachers could benefit from that perspective. A lot of teachers are this way. Some of them are not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just finishing up a temp job where they pay me to dress up as an office worker uh, and sit there, which is I'm excited to be done. It's been a nice experience, but I think uh, I might find another new place to dress up sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm really excited. This has been a good week for me. I just feel like with the new year starting, I'm feeling very good about the possibilities of this year, um, and I have some kind of fun stuff coming up. Going to be going on a trip soon. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling good, but it's also kind of a funny week because in terms of the hot show, I usually write a little song, but I did not have time to write a song this week. I'm really disappointed. But we have some. I have plenty of old songs that I can play and stuff. I see we've got Amy in the chat. I agree, Amy. If only I could be paid to dress up as a cat. It would be so easy since I am already a cat. Like I would have to hardly do anything to dress up as a cat.
Yeah. I do come with some band names.
Good. Yeah. So the idea of tonight's show, knowing, like, we've obviously talked a lot about music, uh, just being friends and everything. I know that you listen to a lot of music, you think a lot about music. So I have this idea for a game that we could play where we try to stump each other with some band names. See if we can discern which are real band names and which are not.
Yeah.
And I also want to invite anyone in the chat to feel free to throw in some band names. We can see if how well we can tell. I know Skunky, you're also avid music listener. I know you have plenty of time to listen to music these days. Driving along on the open road. Yeah, I'm excited about this game. I think it'll be really silly. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we could totally get started here. I don't usually I play a little song and then that's when it happens. But I don't have a song this week to do. I started learning a friend's song, but I don't think I'm confident enough in it to really play it. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I could try to make something up, but otherwise we could kind of get into it.
Why don't you just improvise a song?
All right, I could. I'll try. Uh, there was something I started doing. It was like, this is my new band. The marble hands, the guitar cans. I don't know. This is my new band name. The famous washboards. I don't know how it goes. This song. Oh, that's my new band name. Do you know my new band? This song is done. Yeah, I don't know. It was okay.
That was fun.
That's pretty rough. Thanks for sticking with me through that. Yeah. So I feel like let's get started here. I'm interested. You said you have some band names to throw out there.
Yeah. How do you want? Because I've got some made up ones and some real ones, right?
I mean, the idea I think is that you present us with one of these names. If it has like a specific spelling or something, there is a private chat on the side.
Hmm.
You could type it in there, and I can put it up on screen. Otherwise, if it's an obvious spelling, you can just tell me, and I can put it up on screen also.
Okay. And you'll try to guess if it's real or not.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Actually, real quick, I'm going to play another quick song.
All right.
Because somebody's here, it's Shelton.
Howdy. Hello.
Hi, Shelton.
Hello.
Howdy, Hot Show.
I'm so glad that you're here.
Howdy.
Nice to see you, Craig.
Yeah,
Welcome
good
to the Hot Show.
Thank you.
We were just getting into this game tonight. Craig was about to present us with our first band name.
I'm
Also,
excited.
what the heck is that beeping sound? It keeps happening. Does anyone know what that is?
Is somebody's battery or something dying? We can make it into a song.
Oh, that's my engine trying to shut off.
It's not the same beeping noise from that one episode where Craig, it beeped the entire time and it drove us insane.
But Skunky had been driving with it for 3 hours or something.
It
Wow.
drove me nuts for an hour of the
Days.
show, so I don't know how.
Days. It went on for days.
It went on for days.
Wow.
I don't even.
Days.
It was awful. I can't imagine how you came out of that scene.
I wonder if the subtle beep is a band name.
That's pretty good.
The what?
The subtle beep.
Subtle beep.
Sounds more.
Personally, I'm gonna guess that is not a band name.
I'm gonna check just in case. I would be shocked, thrilled, excited.
The subtle
All right.
beep. I like it.
I like it too. I think that I think it's too specific to have already been done.
Ooh, I'm not seeing it. Look at us go.
That
There
one's
you
up
go.
for
Oh,
grabs.
there is. Oh my goodness, the subtle way, the settled body, this settled pride, subtle changes. There are a lot of band names that start with subtle, apparently. But not the subtle. Look at us go.
Pretty good.
I feel like we should have like a sound for if they're not there, a sound for if they are.
Like, wah, wah.
Yeah.
All right, Craig.
All right.
Throw one at us.
So let's see. I'll say it and I'll copy paste it into the chat at the same time.
Okay.
So I'll say it first. Let's get out of this terrible sandwich shop.
Oh wow! As a band name. Wow.
If it were a band, I feel like it would be specifically like a very punk band. But how do we vote? Should we just say yes or no?
I feel like
I'm saying yes, and I'm calling Midwest Emo Band.
I would agree that if it is a band, it would be a Midwest emo band. But I'm voting no because it's too insane.
I think the insanity is exactly why I'm voting yes. Like this, if not, I am so impressed by your ability to just like start with something so intense.
Well,
Also voted yes.
should I?
We have someone in the chat. Hi, Sarkarsh.
Voted
Okay.
yes. So 3 to 1 to 3 to 3 to 1. 1 nay, 3 yays.
All right. Should I say it?
Yeah, I think so.
It is a real band, and apparently they're from Chicago. Apparently, which I just learned right now. It appears that they're kind of like a surrealistic rock band. I haven't actually listened to them though, but I like the Midwest emo guess. That was pretty good.
Yeah, got the Midwest right.
I was aiming that or something like Rainbow Kitten Surprise, like because it's like that kind of like music era. But yeah,
I don't know them.
they're like a psychedelic band.
Oh, cool.
Also, maybe a little surrealistic.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna. Gonna quickly. The production of this show is such that right in this moment, I'm gonna start making a
sandwich.
And
making it. I like that improv there.
yeah.
I'm surprised no one else joined in on the improv of the song. That's welcome, by the way.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like improvising the song at any moment,
not like a musical. That's not what this is.
I mean, if you really want it to be a musical, it could be a musical. There could be consequences to it, but
yeah.
All right, Skunky, you got any bands?
Dread Zeppelin.
Oh, Dread. Is now on the spelling of that. Is that D-R-E-D?
Dread is
D-R-E-A-D.
Just because I've heard of this band, Led Zeppelin, before.
Dread Zeppelin. Dread Zeppelin.
Right.
So I need to know if it's dreadlocks, like as in dreadlocks, or dread as in like existential dread.
I don't think just the spelling of the word is going to be able to tell us that.
I'm voting yes. I feel like somebody thought of this and was like, we can do that and it'll be funny.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like it could be some kind of either stoner metal version of the Led Zeppelin vibe, or like a dub, kind of like more reggae. And I am riffing on the dread aspect here.
Yeah,
Extension of that vibe, something like that.
I agree. I'm on the same, Craig. I agree on that interpretation.
I'm leaning no, because, but I don't know, Craig, you did start to convince me there. Like the, I don't know. I think I'm still going to go with no.
Vote. Okay.
I'm voting no. Anyone in the
All
chat?
right,
Any votes in the chat?
Craig was close. They are a band. They play reggae covers of Led Zeppelin songs, except it's way more mental than that. The lead singer is an Elvis impersonator and throws a weird fat Elvis vibe.
Would you say that it's dreadful?
I would say it's not great, but it's very delightful.
Awesome.
Yeah, brilliant. I haven't finished coloring it in, but it's a band.
Hell yeah.
Or band? Do you want me to make one that says not banned?
That would be great if you could.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I'm excited for that.
That'd
The
be
production
really
of the show is just incredible.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, before you get started on that, do you want to present us with one, Sheldon?
I had a Google Doc going. I gotta find that. Drive. Maybe somebody else should go because it's gonna take me a hot second.
What about Hot the Cat? You got any?
Yeah. Let's go with. That was a crazy noise. Let's go with.
I got one.
Let me put it up. Okay. Ahab and the Modern Whales.
I think I've heard the end of this, and it was a band name, but I don't know about the first part. Maybe that's a song name that I'm thinking of. Modern Whales.
I'm gonna say no. Just gonna go out on a limb and say no.
I'm gonna go with Craig as well. I'm gonna say no.
I vote no as well.
You are all correct.
Yeah.
This was a band name that one of my no.
No.
We're getting to not a band, but
it was a band name that one of my friends in high school came up with when we were going to start a band, and it never happened.
It's pretty good.
I'd love to see people's notes sections of like the ideas of band names.
Oh yeah.
In their phone. Lots of people were posting their like a ton of their notes from this year, and I'm like, you guys want to know what's on my grocery list? Like, yikes. There's one in the chat that I want to share, and then I will share one.
Yeah.
The band This Is Jazz. Are we voting band? Not a band. I'm voting probably a band because that seems like something nerdy enough that people who like jazz would do.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably a band, but not a jazz. Maybe not a jazz band. I'm gonna go with that. A totally different genre.
I think that maybe it is a jazz adjacent band, but not like straight jazz.
I think
Like-
it's like it adds on to jazz. Like,
or at least the people think that it does.
I guess because there's
I'm
the
voting not a band.
nice.
all right.
I'm voting band.
Not a band.
All right. Sarkash.
Sarkar.
Oh, I was thinking it was like pronounced like sarcastic, you know? Sarkarsh. Sarkarsh.
All right. Let us know. Let us know.
You have to see for yourself. There's a link to the Bandcamp. Amazing.
Ooh.
So, is a band.
All right. Let's see. While I pull it up. Well, this is just. Oh yeah. Let's see.
I've got a submission as well that I'll share.
I guess, like, yeah, this seems like a small enough thing. No one's going to get us in trouble for playing this.
Also, perhaps Sarkash knows these people. Is it pronounced Sarkash, like sarcastic?
Let's check this out for a second.
I'm shocked and surprised that it's not jazz, but also at the same time, I feel like I was led down the rabbit hole for that.
I called it.
Great.
Got that post-hardcore vibe. Also
Yeah.
with Captain Jazz, kind of made me feel about that way a little bit. Not the music, but the name. Also a little bit the music, I guess.
Yeah. I've got one. I'm trying to figure out how to put it in the comments.
I did see you.
Do I just put it in the post a comment? No, that's
You did it in the
banner.
I'll put it up. Yeah, I
Banner.
can make the banner of it.
I got it. I think I'm still learning, everyone.
Now we have two.
I'd say band. Is band.
So he says is banned.
I'm gonna say no. I don't know why. I'm just gonna say no.
Jetpack George. I'm afraid that I'm going to have to recuse myself from this one because I actually know the answer to this one.
Oh, did you look at the sheet?
I did.
Big poop. Well, it's a 50-50 tie right down the middle. We got Craig over here with not a band. We got Skunky over down here with band.
I'd like to give you both the opportunity to make your case. See if we can get anyone in the comments to kind of weigh in on it. So right now we have a maybe a band right down the middle. Maybe you each could try to lean Sarkarsh one way or the other.
Make your arguments.
Is band.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't have that ring to it for me, but anything could be a band name, I guess.
I will say, I don't want to influence you, Sarkarsh, or anyone else in the chat, but Skunky's argument there swayed me a lot more than Craig's. His band was much more confident than, I don't know, I guess anything could be a band name.
Yeah, good argument. It's more about the. Well, Arkarsh, have you been swayed at all? Or are you still stuck on maybe? Sarkarsh has been swayed. Are you prepared?
Oh,
Not a band.
oh
Great.
man, that was quite the misdirect from Hot the Cat.
Sorry, Sarkarsh. Maybe next time. Maybe next time it'll be a band.
I wanna add the next one.
Okay.
Just because I'm sure that this will throw everyone off.
All right. Okay. Let's see what you got. What you got?
Is banned.
I'm gonna say yes.
Hot the Cat. Any votes?
I'm gonna also say is banned because what Greg was saying earlier, that Jetpack George just didn't quite have that like thing to it. Like it didn't quite have it, and I think Jetpack Jones does.
All right, so 3 yeses. Feel free to add in Sarkarsh. Are we prepared? Way better. I'm in.
Okay. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. It is banned.
It's a band!
I thought of that and I was like, I don't know why this seems like a band name. And then I typed it in and Jetpack Jones came up and then I decided to put Jetpack Jones in the other list.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next?
Great.
Anybody got some band names?
I have one.
Okay.
I'll just put in the chat. Let's see.
Ooh. Can't wait to put this up as a banner.
Oh man, we missed the poop episode of the Hot Show. Quality time. Parts coming to you soon. I think that this is probably a band. I don't know why, but it's probably like a punk band or something, and their marketing technique is probably amazing because like it's funny, kind of.
I think so. I will say that I think that if it was poop, I would be less inclined to say that it was a band. But poo, for some reason, I think somebody went with that for a band name.
I feel like poop would be better. But all right. Is band.
Because I feel like poop, you have to have that P, which really pops on microphones and stuff. And then also like you can't just like yell out like poop, like, but you can just keep going with poo. Like you can just, we're poo.
Okay, after we all vote on this one, I'm gonna look up if poop is also a band.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
All right.
So the verdict?
Band.
Is banned.
Yeah, it is
Sarcasm
banned.
says, trust this is a band.
Yep, it is.
What kind of music was it? Just curious. Any idea?
I'm actually not entirely sure. I think maybe it's like some kind of like joke hip hop group. I forgot. I made note of that a while ago, and I haven't really.
Okay. Well, I typed in poo. I'm not seeing anything on artists on Spotify.
Try Pooh Band on Google search.
It's just called, but it's called Pooh Band, by the way.
Maybe maybe I made the mistake there.
Uh-oh.
I'm not finding one that just says Pooh. It says
Maybe it was supposed to be Pooh Band.
Pooh Band.
Yeah, you might be right.
Please look at this album artwork or like.
Sarkar's making a great point in the chat.
Oh yeah, very not Googleable, indeed.
Yeah.
Bold move.
Let's do that.
All right. In the spirit of this one, I'm going to share another one that we have. That is on the list. That one. Still, I can't find it on the list. Well, I know the answer.
Oh,
I have to delete some of the banners.
I know that we are having a nice time playing this game, but in preparing for this game and this episode, I did come across some nice other things that we can do here. Butthole.
That's pretty good.
I also think that this is a band. In a similar way, I feel like somebody just absolutely made this into a band.
I'm gonna say yes as well.
Skunky?
Butthole is banned.
Butthole is banned. All right.
Band from where?
Band from Nashville.
Down under.
Is banned from Nashville and is like an awesome. Oh, Sarkarsh. It's banned. It's a band from Nashville, and it is a like awesome group led by a amazing, also like a very female fronted like punk band, and they play a lot with there's a Thelma and the Sleaze, which is also from Nashville, and the band is really like, honestly, the songs are really fun to listen to and like catchy, and their marketing technique incredible. Also, their album artwork at one point was just it was a cigarette ashtray, and on the ashtray, I wish I had this shirt. It's somewhere in my closet, but it was the ashtray, and because that's where you put your cigarette butts, so it was a butthole, which I thought was great.
Oh yeah!
I saw we got one in the chat. Similar theme here.
I don't know. For some reason, I'm like, no. Don't know why.
I'll say yes.
Is banned.
Oh, Sarkarsh in the chat has said, sorry, that's where I was saying the band is from. A little joke.
Oh, that is funny. But I think also a legitimate possibility.
True.
For a band. But I'm gonna say someone tried to make it. Oh, sorry, Karsh.
Bye, friend.
Thanks for coming. See you around.
I'm gonna add another one. That's okay.
Oh yeah. Isn't that? Well, I'm not gonna. I have to excuse myself from this one because some knowledge.
I mean, I also I can just put it up. I mean, it is banned.
He's banned, and good band too. And also, I love like dad. It's also kind of in the genre of dad band and dad joke. So
Oh yeah, that's
we
true.
love to see it.
Double whammy.
Whammy. Yes.
I think so. In searching for this episode, I did come across this amazing quiz of what should my band name be. I wanted to see if maybe y'all wanted to take it together.
Sure.
Yes.
So we could finally settle the question of what our band name should be.
Is this like one of those like your stripper name things, like where it says like your personal information?
No, there is no personal information, but apparently a Frosted Flakes ad on the side there.
I'm sorry, I have the hiccups. So I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Quick,
Can you all
quick
see it?
aside. Quick
What?
aside. The same voice actor who played Tony the Tiger for Frosted Flakes, Thurl Ravenscroft, sang "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch."
What?
Wow.
How are you telling that right now? I literally learned that today. Earlier today.
Illuminati.
I'm in your brain.
What?
That's a great fact.
Yeah, that's wild. I learned that from the voice actor who did the voice of Pinky in Pinky and the Brain.
Really?
Yeah. He was on a podcast or not a podcast, a show that I was watching, and they talked about it. Okay. To make it big, what are we planning on playing here? Are we playing some country, some jazz, hard rock, indie, hip hop, or pop?
This is jazz.
This is jazz?
Yeah.
This is jazz.
This is jazz. Let's go for it. Do you even want a band, or would you prefer to go solo?
Band.
I think we are all here together. I feel like we should go for the band. Go for the band. Either way, what other genre would you consider playing? Big band, singer-songwriter, folk, bluegrass, death metal, or reggae?
Death metal for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Some death metal jazz.
It does exist.
Okay, now which of these male artists will influence our style? Eric Clapton, Jay-Z, Michael Jackson, Kenny Chesney, Marcus Mumford, James Hetfield.
Damn.
What a selection.
That's a weird group of folks. Definitely not Clapton.
Isn't it really just an odd collection?
I would say I would probably veto Michael Jackson and Clapton, but Hetfield is too easy. I might go with Jay-Z, honestly.
I think Kenny Chesney has the right jazz death metal kind of insights, maybe.
I think Jay-Z, but man, it would be a bummer if they didn't call it Jazz Z, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
I think my I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just gotta mute myself.
I feel like I'm going to go with the democracy here and go with Jay-Z. All right. A band should be named after something fun and bubbly, an animal or place, something smooth, a terrifying truth, something edgy and real, an emotional truth.
I feel like a death metal jazz band seems like it would need to be something edgy and real, but also could be something fun and bubbly.
I think it could. Personally, I think I might vote for something smooth.
Yeah, I was thinking about smooth.
Yeah.
What
Smooth.
a weird,
like a deal.
I also
right.
like something that you touch, or if it's something like velvet, or like something like that you like feel smooth. I don't know.
Like a polished stone?
Yeah. All right. What's the vote?
I think it's something smooth. It sounds like it. All right. Choose a color palette for your band's gear. We've got what seems to be a
harp.
Lyre or a harp?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lyre. One of those words that I've mostly only ever read and not heard anyone say.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I love about this question.
I like the keyboard with the notes in the wrong place.
Yeah.
That's
amazing.
That feels jazzy.
That is jazzy. Microtonal.
The question here has nothing to do with the objects in here. It's only the color palette for the band's gear.
Yeah, for the gear, not for the album cover or the promotional material.
This is really similar to like branding for like just like branding specific kinds of like companies and stuff. So you would like pick like a color palette that like would work with your brand. I really like the first one, although the thumb is just oddly like it. I do not like that. The thumb is not in the right place. Like your thumb comes all the way. Like I guess it's not terribly off, but there's something uncomfortable about the way.
There is something uncomfortable about that thumb.
It's in and then goes out and then goes in.
It has like too many bumps to it.
I kind of like the one all the way to the bottom left, though. There's something about the colors that are nice.
I feel like of all the questions we've come across so far, we might be the most divided on this one. And this one, this is just this pink. That's the only color.
That seems kind of limiting.
Right. That's the color palette.
Unless they are insisting that background color should be a part of our palette no matter what.
Yeah, like a dark maroon.
Yeah.
Good point, Craig.
Because if we have to go with the dark maroon, I mean, the pink looks kind of nice with it. Also, this, I feel like the stage with the people gives us a lot more options to work with.
I don't like it, though.
I don't like it either.
Makes me feel weird.
Vetoed. Okay. That one is X'd out.
So what's it going to be?
What's everyone's vote?
Uh,
Craig first, then Skunky, then me, then not.
I'll do the bottom left.
Skunky?
Top right.
Shelton?
The record player, despite the weird thumb.
I think I'm gonna break the three-way tie here and go with the weird keyboard with notes in the wrong spots.
Oh, that's stressful. I can't unsee that.
All right, so our first music video. Here's somebody working on it right now.
I'm gonna grab my
First music: fun, serious, or scary. The three most obvious ways that anything could be.
The three genders.
Who said that?
That's Craig.
Oh, that was really funny.
I'm gonna go with scary. Maybe the obvious choice, but we gotta add a little spice in there.
Yeah, I like scary. I wish there was a scary and fun option.
Yeah. You'll just have to imagine the fun and the scariness.
Mm.
Scary? Going scary on this one. Okay.
Have you heard the song where it says "Go stupid, go stupid"?
All right. So, which of these female artists would influence or stop? Fiona Apple, Nora Jones, Carrie Underwood, Rihanna, Evanescence, Katy Perry. Another
Fiona.
one.
I think Evanescence fits the death metal jazz bit, but I am oddly voting for Rihanna in this, just because I love her. And also imagine her in a death metal jazz band.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh, we have a hot comment coming in from the earlier segment. The Smashing Potatoes.
Potato Lady said it.
Great to see you, Potato Lady, in the comments. Always a pleasure.
I think that's a band.
Yeah, I would say not band. Not band. But I'm not sure. I'll maybe somebody could look that up while we. Okay.
I am looking it up.
Yam.
Skunky, you got an opinion on this one?
I'm leaning Katy Perry. She has a hot residency in Las Vegas.
That could help us.
But this is just
I don't like
influencing.
her. I don't like her vibe. She seems annoying to me. I'm downvoting Katy Perry.
Fuck it, I'm gonna say Rihanna too.
Oh, that's two for
You
Rihanna.
love it, you.
Seems like maybe we're going Rihanna on this one. All right. Choose your venue. Looks like we got a kind of like dusty, like almost barn-like space. Got a huge arena. Ridiculously huge. I can't really even tell what this one is exactly.
It's like a dead body in there.
Yeah. That might be good though.
Yeah.
For what we're going for.
I think that could be good.
Got this kind of like floaty, pretty one.
The virtual space.
Yeah, kind of virtual. Yeah, you got a big concert. This one has a lot of people there. It's really bright though. I don't know if I want my band. I don't
Do
think
we like
should.
people anyway?
I don't think we should play that bright of a place.
I think we should play a place with absolutely no people and just like play really loud.
I do.
Enjoyable for everyone.
I do kind of like this last one. It reminds me a lot of Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
That's right.
And
Well,
there's something about that I like for our band.
I'm gonna go with the top right because it looks like there's something dead in there. I like that.
I am enjoying the. They all seem kind of overwhelming in lots of ways, but I think I'm going to pick the bottom right.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind one?
I was immediately drawn to the bottom right one.
There it is.
I do appreciate the dead body though.
In the ground.
Oh, look at this picture.
Not answer the question of whether or not it's a band. Potato flaky.
You've not answered?
Oh, were the
Okay.
smashed potatoes? Should we come to a consensus about that?
I mean, I said not a band.
I'm gonna say no. Or is Potato on the call? Still?
Not a band. He's no band.
Oh, and finally, no band is complete without biting the head off a small animal, finding the true meaning of their music, giant props and crazy costumes, big ass speakers, a stand-up bass, and alcohol problem. Oh, that's sad.
No band is complete without an alcohol problem.
We gotta bring the potato lady.
Giant props. We could have a giant potato.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with giant props too.
I'm not sure. And finally, no band is complete without.
Giant props and crazy costumes?
Yeah, I like that. That seems fun to me. Also, I really like Dumbledore on the right-hand side.
Hell yeah.
We could have a giant inflatable Dumbledore.
Ooh yeah. Sounds pretty good.
Yep. Let's get a giant Dumbledore for ours. There. Okay. Calculating results. Look at this picture of
That's us.
what our band could be.
Tuesday's Roadkill.
His band.
This is what we did. We created this, guys.
I'm gonna read this part. All right. Are you ready for the tour of a southeastern United States and then the world? Look out, Rascal Flatts. There's a new gang, squealing Southerners in town, and they're Tuesday's Roadkill. You may not necessarily enjoy the constant pressure to wear cowboy boots and a 10-gallon hat, but when those records start flying off the shelves like deer off a highway, you just might glue the damn things to your body. Alternative names. I particularly like the last one, so I'm going to say that one first. Opossum, where art thou?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Swift Taylor. I think of that as a tailor that does things very swiftly and quickly.
I personally like that one a lot. Well, let's read the rest before I say.
What's a cousin? That seems cringe. I'm gonna veto that one immediately. And then Slender Jethro and the Whiskey Barrel Boys. I hate all of them except for Opossum, where art thou? But I do appreciate Taylor Swift or Swift Taylor. Damn it.
So, what I would like to say, I mean, it seems like maybe Opossum Where Art Thou is going to be the name of our jazz death metal band.
I'm going to Google it just in case somebody actually used this.
But I do want to say, I did this on when I found this website. I went through this.
Wait. Everyone vote. Opossum, where art thou?
Yeah.
No.
Skunky?
I like What's a Cousin.
No, I'm asking if it's a band or not. Do you think Opossum, where art thou is a band?
Oh, I hope so.
That's not an answer. I need a yes or no. Yes? Is that a yes?
Sure. Yes.
Craig?
I'll say yes.
Hot the cat? No. It is a band, apparently. It's already been taken, so we have to find a different band name.
It's too bad. At least we still got What's a Cousin.
You keep losing, Hot.
Yeah.
That's so cringe. What's the cousin?
I did this quiz like earlier this week. Did totally different responses. I would say almost 100% different, except for that I was also a band. I got the exact same answers.
Huh.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing.
Oh,
And
well.
saw Swift Taylor and thought that was like, I could imagine someone doing that. Except for I went to look up if it's a real band or not. Impossible to tell.
Did you look up Spotify?
I did not.
I'm gonna check that.
I tried just Googling it. Impossible to tell because the only thing that comes up is Taylor Swift.
TAILOR. It does not seem to be a band, but also I could see why that would be a terrible choice because then your marketability is
Yeah, it's
but
really
underneath Taylor's or under Swift Taylor comes Taylor Swift, Taylor Swiftman, Taylor Swift and Jack, and Tanner Swift. So, I like that aesthetic for some reason. Taylor Sky, and then just Swift, and then a lot of names with Taylor that I'm not going to say out loud. There are like 5 bands named Swift, though, that are all different bands. I'm enjoying that there's one just called T-Swizzle, and I hope that it's like just, oh my god, it's just covers of, it's bad covers of Taylor Swift. I don't know if they're bad. I could just tell by the graphic design it's bad.
Do we have someone waiting in the chat?
We do. This is actually a very exciting moment for the Hot Show.
I believe this is the first time this guest is here.
Yeah. This is correct. Somebody's here. It's Potato Lady. Potato Lady, welcome to the Hot Show.
We are overjoyed to have you in our presence, Potato Lady.
Hell yeah.
How should we greet Potato Lady?
I just want... Oh.
You're looking exquisite today. Very regal.
Yeah. It's a nice hat. I like your hat.
Fancy. I like your subtle smile and dead eyes. Also, there's a subtle resemblance to a baseball that's comforting to me as an American.
Is that Potato Lady speaking?
It sounds like you're being held for ransom, Potato Lady. Are you okay? Is someone trying to hurt you, Potato Lady? Can you speak very loudly if someone is trying to hurt you?
Doesn't seem like anyone's trying to hurt Potato Lady.
In distress.
Not in distress. This could just be the way that Potato Lady speaks. I know Potato Lady often, comments in our chat, but
well, we're happy to have you here, Potato Lady.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there were other segments that we had planned, but I would like to ask Craig a few questions if that's okay.
Yeah, there are a few little things that we do have, segments that are planned, but I feel like the floor is yours, Sheldon.
Craig, I would like to know. I'm just curious because I think you probably spend a lot of time talking about music and like to be a music nerd, but like I'm always fascinated with the idea of like guilty pleasure music or something, and like what your philosophy is on like music just for the enjoyment of like being at like a party or like just to have a good time.
Yeah, well, I think about that all the time. Um, I think I'm pretty far in a certain direction with that. I think I'm not gonna say that guilty pleasure should not exist at all, but I'm pretty close to saying that. I think that it's okay to feel guilty if it's a terrible person that made the music or something like that. Maybe there's room for guilty feelings about it for sure. But other than that, for stylistic stuff or like purpose of music, people should just do whatever the fuck they want. Like
Yeah,
if it resonates with them in a certain way, why not? Like I think there's a lot of really stupid gatekeeping in a lot of different places.
for some reason, ooh,
Oh,
yeah, Potato Lady
yeah.
has some thoughts.
Do you was that can was that agreement, Potato Lady?
It seemed to be agreement. I don't know now.
Yeah, it feels a little more ambiguous now.
I'm not sure how to distinguish the difference between a positive and negative interaction with Potato Lady.
Yeah, potato potato language is seems difficult to understand.
I think like have you seen the ones where they make music with potatoes by putting like electrical things on them?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's happening. It seemed like a yes. I'm curious. The other I had one other question that I'm just curious about. Like, I think that if people use like no matter what like streaming service you use or like if you just listen to tapes, records, whatever, like uh do you when you make a playlist, do you make a playlist that is like based on emotion? Because like sometimes like partners or like a friend, I'll make a playlist that's all themed around one specific thing or like a mood or like fallen in love music. And then there's another segment where it's like I make one a month and I just put everything that I'm vibing to that month. And I'm curious which category you may fall in, or if there's another category that I'm just not aware of.
Oh, well, for me personally, I tend to make a lot of like kind of genre playlists for myself, just like to keep track of stuff in a certain style or like web up styles or whatever. But when I make it for people, it's usually about mood, uh, especially if it's like yeah, like partners and things like that. But even friends, it's a lot about conveying a certain kind of emotion or emotional journey, if you will. We like
Yeah.
sequencing different moods that contrast or go well with each other. And yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. I was curious about that. I remember at one point I had grouped playlists that were like smiley face, sad face, like excited face, and then I remember that at one point I had one that was a winky face, and then my friend very kindly decided to copy and paste it on my Facebook wall, which was so funny and also embarrassing as all hell. So
Yeah, yeah. No, it's funny with that question about guilty pleasures, though. Going back to that quickly, that that's actually something that I emphasize a lot in my teaching is that people in the world use music in a lot of different ways, and like especially if you want to get political, like the dance floor and like communal events with music that's used for dancing or other things like that. It's so important and like just like so massive for both good and bad, for any situation. So like I think yeah, there's a lot of music nerds that like are like all about like listening to like an album in isolation and just like and that's beautiful in its own way. But like when they trash on people who like use their bodies to interact with music or like communally engage with music, that's fucking ridiculous and like ignoring how music works in the world.
Yeah, I think it's important to I think it's important to have both, but I agree with you is like it's important to have both experiences, but to not smash on people who like to use their bodies to appreciate music.
Yeah, I mean, and you can like not like to participate. That doesn't mean that like doesn't change the fact that it's valid if people do, you know, and people will always do that.
That makes me think of a very specific Seth Rogen quote. Uh, it's about gay marriage, but at one point Seth Rogen tweeted, being mad at somebody else for being gay is like being mad at somebody for eating a donut because you are on a diet. And I think that has an interesting correlation between what you just said.
Pretty much. Well, what do you guys think about guilty pleasures and things of that sort?
I don't know. I guess like it's not directly related to guilty pleasures, but kind of like what you were talking about, the way that you know, different people use music in different ways and stuff. Is like how the context of music can change. Like I'm thinking of this one time where I went to like this like sort of free dance thing where it was just kind of like everybody just kind of did their own thing, totally free, whatever people wanted to do. And they put on this playlist, and I remember this one song that was like a pop song at the time. And I'm not like a big pop song person, um, but that song came on, and in other contexts, I haven't really liked it, but like during that dance, that one struck me like the most, and I really loved to dance to it. Um, and it was really interesting to like feel how that context changed it. Um, that like oftentimes when I listen to music, it's I especially when I'm intentional about it, I'm sitting down and listening to it and enjoying the lyricism or kind of the what they're doing musically and stuff. But in that moment, I was able to interact with music in a totally different way, where it was just like, how is it like affecting the movements that I'm making? And it was interesting to like where I could imagine that could have been a guilty pleasure in a certain way, because like in some ways I had often at that time in my life railed against pop music because I didn't really like it, and it was all very formulaic and stuff. But like also, it was so much fun to dance to.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
You're good.
It's funny with pop music, specifically, American pop music or Western, the Anglosphere. There's a lot of stuff that like if you actually listen to it with like headphones and stuff and spend time with it, like you actually hear a lot of really interesting nuance in the production and in the performances. And like maybe it's a typical example, but like what's her name? Carly Rae Jepsen, like she has that album Emotion that was kind of really big in the indie sphere for whatever reason. But like it's pop, but I really like listening to it. Like it has so many cool layers to it, and like it's just kind of fun. But it's also like it's pleasurable to my ears, and like it has musical interest. But like that's not to say you have to like that stuff. But like
I really like the song
kind of
on that album, "Party for One." It's definitely like party for one.
Oh yeah.
And then it just makes you move. And I agree like what you're talking about. There's like so many different weird layers. But I will say that album has a weird cult music lovers like classic that every time I hear, I think it's always an example when people say like, "Oh, my guilty pleasure is this one." I was like, that one's actually like really sophisticated in a weird way.
Yeah, it's not guilty at all for me. I just like it. But I think like on the other hand, like a lot of the albums that I like to listen to in genres that are more typical of that, like progressive rock or indie rock or whatever metal. I also like them because they make me want to move in this kind of weird internal way. It's still visceral for me. Or like especially punk, I listen to punk music all the time, and like even if I'm not actually thrashing out overtly physically, I'm thrashing internally, and like I like music that does that to me, kind of creates different variants of like the thrashing intensity inside me, or like different managing that energy in cool ways. So for me, it's really not it's a pretty false binary for me to be like music for the dance floor versus music for hearing. I understand why people make that distinction, and in a lot of ways, it's very real. But like for me personally, it doesn't usually hold up in that way.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of like a silent rave or silent disco where people put the headphones in and then dance?
Yeah.
That's fascinating to me. I think it would make me anxious personally, but just it's interesting that it exists as a concept.
Yeah, it is interesting. I've never been to one. But yeah, it's always good to what you're saying, Dan, about the context of music. It's always good to try out new context for yourself and see how you feel. As long as you feel comfortable and stuff. But like, it's always nice to experiment with different ways of interacting with music, I think.
I wonder how potatoes interact with music.
Yeah, Potato Lady, do you have any input on this subject?
Feel free to comment if we know that you know how to comment if you have difficulty speaking. There's just such a subtle smile that I'm so glad you're here.
Keeping quiet on the subject. Keeping quiet on the subject.
That's it.
So I'll circle back to your like playlist thing. I think it's really obviously. I think it's really fun to like try to make a playlist where things are like linked. For example, like you start with the to the Band of Horses, to Patti Smith, the Horses album, to the Smiths, to Johnny Marr solo, to the Marquis, to the Barkays, which share members, to the Blues Brothers, to Brother Ali, and then try to like make the playlist feel cohesive with your selection.
You're echoing the part right now. I think so would you say that it's a stream of consciousness way of making?
Well, no, it's more like a challenge of like, how do I make, can I find stuff, it's like that Kevin Bacon thing where, you choose groups or artists that have some kind of commonality, whether it's their band name or whether it's, where the record was made or, who's in the band or whatever. Like, it's just kind of fun to challenge that and then try to make a cohesive playlist with selections that way. I find that really enjoyable.
That's really cool.
I think like
or
different.
There's a radio station that's local to me that they have their phone-in show where they'll throw out a topic, and sometimes it's very specific and sometimes it's very vague. Like they'll say The Weeknd, and you could suggest a track by The Weeknd, the artist, or you could say Saturday in the Park or Easy Like Sunday Morning or whatever, and like fitting things together with something in common is really enjoyable. And sometimes they flow and sometimes they don't, and I think that's really fun to see if you kind of force commonality between music that maybe doesn't seem like it has any.
That's fun. I think that I attended a wine and cheese party a couple weeks ago, and you had to This was very fun. You tasted the wine, and then every person had to submit a song for each wine, and it was a really fun way of like allowing your flavor palette to guide where you wanted to go. And when I say this playlist was the most chaotic, like, because it was 4 very different people with like lots of like one person put in a lot of like kind of like math rocky kind of stuff. Another person put in, I mean, but also these people had a lot of eclectic taste. It was interesting to go into it with like one person might have done that, but then for their next song also put like Beyonce or something. And it really just depended on the wine, because sometimes it's your kind of taste. And it's interesting they say your taste and your taste in music, like each like flavor and that your memory senses with your tongue and your tasting are really, really linked. Like if you think of a specific memory from childhood or something, like of like your mom's cooking, like it brings back really vivid memories, and you can remember more about where you're at. If that makes sense.
Yeah. You know, with that idea of kind of like the linked playlists, that's really fun. That sounds really cool. And I think like sometimes I kind of do that, but not with the words, but rather like, and maybe this is more like a music nerd type shit. Oh, is Skunky still here?
Sometimes Skunky's connection is a little funky.
Skunky, funky.
Funky.
Whoa,
Oh, that was nice. I like that.
Oh, no.
Skunk. Oh, I'm
Skunk is gone.
He'll probably be back.
Sick of my shit.
Is that a band name? Sick of my shit.
Could be. Well, I mean, what I was gonna say is like do that, but with like musical aspects of the songs. Like maybe if one song has a particular kind of drum beat but then the next song has the similar drum beat but in a different genre.
I do that without consciously realizing that I do it. And then one of my friends noticed that I was doing that. And I don't play music. I just like to dance. Is that
cool.
weird or interesting? I don't know.
No, it makes sense. Actually, it makes a lot of sense. And, you know, just because you're not trained in music doesn't mean that you don't have a lot of musical knowledge, you know, of certain kinds. Like, you know how you relate to certain kinds of music, and you can identify certain levels of energy and probably certain types of rhythms too, and a lot of other stuff. Maybe not with a vocabulary that music theory people would use or whatever, but like, I think people have a lot of musical knowledge that they don't realize.
Yeah, I think that's true too.
I like the weird back noise that's happening in this. It's oddly like calming.
Yeah, wonder what it is.
What?
Sounds like, but like a low pipe singing.
A low pipe singing.
I don't know why I described it like that.
I mean, it could be my radiator.
Oh, did you hear that?
No, it
like
might be coming from me then.
Perhaps it is. I wish mine would sing along with you. Actually, I don't. I hate the sound of that radio.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Blue Man Group? Just
I did actually.
Also, second time Blue Man Group has come up in my day today.
Really?
Wow.
Every time I think about the Blue Man Group, I just think that like it would be so much more fun if you were on drugs. And every time I've gone, I was either a child or I was an adult, and I remember, man, this would be really fun. Psychedelic.
It probably would.
Did you know that voice actor Thurl Ravenscroft, the voice of Tony the Tiger, started the Blue Man Group?
I think
Not a band.
So there was there's a piece of trivia that I know about the intersection of the Blue Man Group and the Beastie Boys.
Oh.
Apparently, each of those trios knew each other pretty well, and they were friends. And there was a show in Vegas where they were each, maybe it wasn't Vegas, but there was a show, and they were each playing like either in close proximity or at the same place, and they agreed to switch places. So the Beastie Boys like put on the Blue Man Group costume and went out and like fumbled through the first number, and vice versa, and it was so fun. Apparently, it was like a hoot.
Wow.
But yeah.
I have two ADD thoughts that I'm going to just share. One, I would like to share that song, like "I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da." I wonder if the Blue Man Group has ever covered that, because that would be funny and cool. And then also, if you've ever seen Arrested Development, when Tobias tries to become a member of the Blue Man Group, it is so funny. Oh. Also,
Yeah, no, I always think of that when I hear Blue Man Group.
That is how it was connected in my day today. It was through Arrested Development.
It's so, it just brings me so much joy. There's so many music prodigies that came up through Blue Man Group too. Like Luke Titus is like an amazing musician from Chicago, like lives in LA now, but like he was the youngest member of the Blue Man Group, and like interesting, like kid. And there's so many people that like that was their gig to make some money. Because there's the band is like up in the corner, but it's like cool that there's like a visual thing, and then also like the band that's upstairs, you know.
That's awesome.
So I do want to point out that we're approaching the hour and a half mark of the show. Lately, we have been kind of sometimes wrapping it up, but I also feel like we have just kind of, in some ways, kind of just gotten going into some nice conversation. I don't necessarily want to stop that momentum, but I do want to, before we go, I really do want to make sure that we get to a segment of the show that is a very nice segment. We have a friend of the show who unfortunately is unable to generally make it. Every week has been sending in a little nice moment from the week. So if you're all fine with that, I think I'm gonna roll the video. If
Yeah.
Garbanzo's moment of joy.
What else?
Oh,
That's very sweet.
the context for that was that that Garbanzo let me know was that apparently that baby is often soothed by staring at one of Garbanzo's paintings. Like when they're crying, it helps them calm down, and that's what they were just doing right then.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I'm just so filled with emotion. That's exactly what I thought was happening, and it was. There's this like video of this little kid like listening to Florence and the Machine, like the dog days are over, and it's just in the back of the car, just like the harp comes in, and the happiness is not like a, and then the drums come in, and then this baby is just so cute. I can't handle it. Every time I watch that video, it's like just joyful. I have a list of like videos that are involved with music that make me happy, and that's one. And uh, the music for cows. If you've all seen it, I don't think we can play it, but it's a video of a man.
Almost certainly not.
It's a video of a man like playing trumpet for cows, and then all the cows from the field. Sorry, I'm just gonna cry. It was so cute. Like all the cows just like come in and like listen to this like man playing trumpet, and it's so cute. There's like
That is
one
very
other.
cute.
There's one other one with their mariachi band in front of beluga whales. They just like is like guaranteed to just get me go, just make me happy, and no matter what's going on.
I this I appreciate the joy that you have, but this is a strange segment of the show where Shelton describes videos that we can't
That's
watch.
fair. That's fair. Please Google these later, everyone who is watching and or watching later. I will somehow find a way to share these as links or something.
Yeah, if you send me the links, I can put them in the YouTube description for this episode.
Great. That sounds great. I will do that thing.
Yeah.
Potato Lady, I see that you're back. I heard you trying to interject while Shelton was talking there. Did you have something that you wanted to say, Potato Lady? Okay. Quiet once again. None may know what Potato Lady is thinking, apparently. Probably potato thoughts.
Probably thought. I wonder what Potato Lady thinks of the Weird Al Yankovic song, "Mashed Potatoes." If you're
Addicted
unaware,
to spuds.
is that a different one? Is that a real song?
Might as well face it. You're addicted to spuds.
Is that real?
Israel is not real?
Is a band? Is not a band?
Greg, I believe you were going to say something.
No, I completely forgot.
Great.
Oh, I think I was going to say I've watched the trumpet one. I think is really
Ooh.
Is it worth me crying over? I think it is.
yeah,
It's
it's beautiful. I think anything beautiful is worth crying over if that's what the reaction causes.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment.
And beauty is in the eye of the holder. So
Of the butt holder.
anything that's beautiful is worth crying
The
over.
butt holder.
The butt holder, yes, the butt holder.
No,
Here we call them briefs.
I cry a lot with music actually when I listen by myself or even at concerts. So I get it.
Oh, did you know there's certain like notes that like if you hold long enough it will make people cry?
Really?
There's a song by Adele that it was like it was called like Someone Like You, and it's never mind, I'll find someone like you, and then she like holds it like, and
Oh yeah.
people just like for some reason there was a phenomenon where people wrote in saying like when she hits that note long enough, your brain can't handle it, and then you like some people like their brain can't handle it, so you just cry, which is fascinating.
You know, there's a lot of music theory stuff we could get into with that in terms of like how like melody notes sit with certain kinds of harmonies and stuff. And I think that Adele and her songwriters, or I guess if she writes a song, I don't know. Then that song they're really exploiting a lot of those like really sensitive notes that like pull on you. It has this feeling of pull. I mean, it's also very cultural. Like if we're used to hearing certain kinds of harmonies that trigger memories from like film scores or like other emotional songs. But like, yeah, that I think I remember some. Maybe it wasn't exactly the same thing, but there was some music theory articles about about that, like this kind of a apoggia, like these kinds of harmonies, and it doesn't matter what they are, but like yeah, it really is crazy like how certain things, if if they deploy them correctly, are almost like a little key to our heart. And I mean, film scores do that all the time, right?
Yeah, it's fascinating.
But it's so interesting, and like it's also interesting to see like how in some
Whoa, I am digging this beat, Potato Lady.
Potato Lady.
That was, I think that was whether we're no wait, hold on. We decided that wasn't a band name. It felt like the vibe of our answers to questions earlier.
That was pretty sick.
Coming in hot too.
Coming in
like
hot
the cat.
potato. Hot potato.
Oh, that reminds me. We do have another little segment. I don't necessarily want to interrupt, nice conversation, but like, we had a submission this week from another friend of the show. Max Oakland sent in this.
Oh wow, I'm so excited about this. This looks really hard.
Yeah, I think it is.
Should we just start yelling them or what?
Yeah, I think so. If you've got any.
Screaming Trees.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh yeah, it's Smashing Pumpkins there.
Yeah, Screaming Trees is a band, right?
Is it?
I think so.
I'll Google it.
It's like a grungy, like 90s, early 90s, late 80s.
Bush.
Bush.
Trees. Yeah, Screaming Trees is a band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a very popular band. I just had
Alice in Chains.
What's the?
Oh, nice.
I see chickens. And maybe
the Birds.
Ooh, yeah.
The Birds. There's like gender signs or keys. Oh no, I think that goes with Alice in Chains.
I don't know.
Oh no. I don't.
Oh, Kiss maybe with the lips.
Yeah.
Or
maybe.
I don't see any fire. I was thinking Flaming Lips.
Oh yeah, Flaming Lips would be fun.
There's something inside of a bottle there on the right.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
I see mushrooms, perhaps, and or psychedelics, and then a towel and or like towel, mushrooms, tripping, bottle, message in a bottle. I don't know.
I see down at the bottom, the microphones.
Oh, good man.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel confident about that one.
I see Hop the Cat, perhaps, over on the right near the top.
Hop the Cat.
Think you might be right.
Wait, hold on. What's the name? Why am I thinking like Aeroplane in the Sky? But hold on. That's the song name.
Neutral Milk Hotel, In the Airplane Over the Sea is the band. It is the album.
There's also Airplane in the Sky with Smashing Pumpkins. There's a lot of airplanes, I guess.
Jefferson Airplane is a band.
Okay. Jefferson Airplane is a band. I don't know if that's.
It's a very 90s little poster there.
Max appreciates a lot of 90s music.
What are the I don't want to say what I think that they look like. It's to the right of the magnifying glass.
Butts.
Maybe they're pears.
Peaches, maybe.
Look like they could be peaches. I do know that Max was in a band with his brother called the Peaches.
There's a band called the Peaches, which is like or just Peaches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Peaches.
The teachers of peaches.
I see
Yeah.
Spoon.
The Teaches of
Oh yeah, Spoon.
What a horribly inappropriate song. Lovely. Thank you, Craig, for getting that reference. I see a diamond next to Hot the Cat and the airplanes.
Right. Oh, heart.
Where?
Next to the screaming trees.
I guess so.
What are the little things that look like worms and/or Cheerios?
I don't know.
There's
Probably
a
the
symbol.
bugs.
There's a symbol to the left.
Oh yeah, I think that's a zodiac symbol.
Anybody? Somebody can put that up.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
All right,
Oh,
you nugs.
Pisces.
I gotta get to my next stop here.
Pisces.
Pisces.
Ooh, a lovely sight. Yes.
Yeah. If you don't know Pisces, one of the best psychedelic records there is.
I see underneath
They
there.
called the Rhythm Method and the Tuesday Thursday band or something like that.
Oh,
All right, I gotta peace out. I'll see you guys on the flip side.
Thanks for being here, Skunks.
Bye, Skunk.
Thanks for having us. Bye.
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 All right. Okay. I do have an answer key for this. So let me see if
I would like to unpack whatever's happening with the wizard, and then like I really want to know what that is.
I have heard that, but I would never have guessed.
I think Spoon is also the name of a band, so I'm gonna guess Spoon.
Spoon.
Oh, yeah.
There's a magnifying glass with maybe a bird claw. I don't know. So we got Smashing Pumpkins,
Oh, okay.
birds, perhaps Jefferson Airplane, Screaming Trees, Alice in Chains.
Oh, Alice in Chains is good. Yeah, we got Hot the Cat, Screaming Trees, Heart, Pisces, the birds. I was right about the birds. The ones at the top there.
What else do we got?
Smashing Pumpkins, the microphones. Yeah.
We got
Spoon, Peaches. I will say, the magnifying glass one. I don't know if you know this. This is a band that Max introduced me to. Little Claw. Have you ever heard of Little Claw? They're kind of like a lo-fi band, but they had some cool stuff. Cool album. Let's see what else is on here.
There's like two different birds. So I want to say that there's one called Crows because the one on the bottom looks like a crow.
Oh, Black Crows is a band.
That's it. You got it right.
Woo, look at us go. Come on, Craig, cheers.
And now seeing what the bottom right little thing is, it's a band that we all know the name of. I'm absolutely sure.
All right, should we try to unpack it more? Craig, can we do this?
But also very obscurely Yeah, very obscurely drawn. Like, a very interesting interpretation.
I have nothing.
I see message in a bottle, towel on a rack, mushrooms. Like,
Okay, so I will say that the whole like dotted thing, like that it looks like a bottle, is actually two separate bands. And knowing what the top part is does sort of help understand
I mean, I guess it could be whole.
its whole.
I don't know what band that is, so
That's Courtney Love's band. You know who Courtney Love is?
I don't think so.
She was kind of she was like Kurt Cobain's main partner, I guess, from Nirvana. And
Oh, I think I've seen photos of her. She's like a fashion icon too. I didn't know she was also a musician.
oh yeah. She's quite the character in a lot of ways, for sure.
Yeah,
Very important.
is
the second part of the band like is the second part that's inside of it like related in any way?
No.
Oh well, that's tricky then.
It's related in that if you were down in a hole in the earth, you would be somewhere.
The crust?
No.
Buried, alive.
And then there, like, what is that thing that's there?
Rag?
Yeah.
A towel?
You might say it's like some sort of cloth.
Some sort of absorbent towel. I don't know. Craig, help me out.
I have no idea.
I think I'm giving up on that. But it's a very well drawn towel and or rag. I like it.
So it would be a very soft, smooth fabric.
Silk?
Under the earth.
Velvet Underground.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh my god. I would never have gotten that.
Yeah.
That is too hardcore.
It's pretty ridiculous. But great.
Like, related to that, or is it just...
I think just to show that it's underground.
I don't know why that upsets me. I think it's just because it's so difficult.
All right, so let's see. The planes, not Jefferson Airplane. A certain kind of plane.
Starship.
No, not Jefferson anything.
Planes.
Jefferson hovercraft.
Aerosmith? Is that a plane?
No. They are multiple planes. The
planes?
B-52s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, great band too. Man, I would not have gotten that.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's one I don't recognize. Oh, I don't know if anyone said this one. This one's pretty good, actually. I like that. Above Alice in Chains there.
Black Keys.
Diamond?
Yeah, Black Keys.
Oh, I said keys, and I thought that was related to the Alice in Chains. What are the L's related in any way?
No, that is its own thing.
Okay. What about the diamond?
Not a diamond. There's another word you could use there.
Pearl.
Jewel?
Yeah, it's jewel.
Jewel. Huh.
That's what I call music. Sorry.
Oh, L7. Is that
Yep.
L7?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
The 7 L's next to Alice in Chains.
Some of these I actually don't know.
I'm very confused about what's going on with the what the little. It reminds me of the Cookie Crisp monster on the bench, or it seems like there's some sort of king and a jester.
It's a king and a wizard.
King Wizard, King Diamond, King
King
Crimson.
King Princess, Wizard King,
Electric Wizard,
Lizard King,
King Gizzard, and the Lizard Wizard.
Yep, that's it.
That's a bananas name. I don't.
So
I
that's
would
the
have
Gizzard.
downloaded that like so hard earlier. Oh
Great.
man, I think there's only a couple left. Is
It's
there
like
a
the
band?
one band from the 2010s.
I see one that just says Joe G.
If you just say that with a little less space in between.
Joe G.
Yeah, but I don't know what that is.
All right. Is there a band called The Scissors? The Cuts?
This one, I would argue that this one is confusing. This one is SZA.
Oh, that's pretty good, honestly. I would not have gotten that, but I do like it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know if that one is very gettable, but it's kind of nice.
Is that all of them? Or there's a tiny tree above the peaches.
That was Bush. Somebody said that.
Yeah. What about those weird twins in the middle? Top middle?
That's the Babies.
They look like the little Cheerio guy, you know.
I don't know if I've heard of the Babies. And next to that is the Chicks, which I also don't know if I know.
Oh, like they used to be called, yeah, they used to be called the Dixie Chicks. And
okay. I have heard of that then.
Great band. Iconic feminist band.
All right. Maybe it's getting that time for me as well.
Yeah, I think it well could. Potato Lady.
I think the lady was saying thank you for being here. Seems like a yes.
That sounded definitely affirmative.
Should we sing it on out?
Yeah, let's. Thanks so much, Craig, for being here. It was a real pleasure to have you here. I feel like we didn't get into so many things that we could have gotten into. Also, like it was very enjoyable playing the games and stuff. But I also feel like one of the reasons I like hanging out with you so much is like we can get into a lot of nice conversations about music and just kind of about life in general. So I hope sometime you make it back on. We can get into some more conversation.
It would be sweet. Thank you for having me, guys. It's been really fun.
Thanks for being here, Craig Davis Pinson.
Before we go, I'm gonna just put the list of band names that are real that I found on the chat.
I'll share on that. I don't know if I can share the whole thing.
Just so you guys have it, unless you don't want it.
No, that's good. That's good.
All of these are real bands. Oh, it didn't separate by. You'll just have to figure out where one stops and one ends.
We can say these out. Congratulations on your decision to become a pilot.
That's one.
Crispy Ambulance.
One.
Half Man, Half Biscuit.
That.
Let's Eat Grandma.
Yep.
I think Mammoth Weed Wizard. or mammoth weed bastard.
Yep.
Pigs, 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 pigs.
Yep.
It's overwhelming. Steak sauce mustache.
Yep.
The broken penis orchestra. Evil Edna's horror toilet.
Yep.
Natalie Portman's shaved head.
Yep.
I cannot pronounce this last one.
Yep.
I'm going to just post it very quickly so everyone can see it. And then penis flytrap. That's funny. Damn it. Penis flytrap.
Yeah.
That's
it. That's all I got.
You got potato. There's one last one.
Parasic or Paracasidoidomycosis proctisarcomacosis.
There you go. Paracoccidiodomycosis proctisarcomucosis in Spanish for short.
Does that mean anything in Spanish?
It's a made-up word, but it kind of does mean something, I guess, in Latin. But it's like somebody made that up.
Oh man, what a mouthful! It must be so difficult to type that into Spotify.
Yeah.
Well, like get to PRAC, and there's probably already not many.
Yeah, it's a grindcore band from Mexico, actually.
Interesting.
So there you go.
There was one that was added that we did not show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right.
Yeah, I do think that one is not a band.
I'm gonna go with not a band. All right.
Well, great. Potato Lady, so glad you were able to make it this week. It seemed like maybe you were having some technical difficulties, but it was great to hear you. Great to see your face. As strange of a face as it is. No, I mean, like, I don't want to, no offense.
Whoa, how'd the cat?
I mean, it's just I'm not used to potato faces.
That's fair.
I'm still learning. Yeah, I saw those eyes, Craig. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right. Maybe I should get out here before I get canceled or something. That was the hot show. Thank you all for coming down. That was the hot show. Thank you all for sticking around. Hope you had some fun, because now the show's done. So go on, get out of here. Bye, have a good night.